Okay. When I first started coaching, I qualified for this year's summit that I'm going to, but I remember being like, man, like I just wish I was there. But get to the next one. Just get to the next one. That's the most important thing you can do if you're not able to go to this one. And just really like I still dialed in and listened to the recordings. You're able to really still get the feel like you're there, like be up with the updates and like make sure you are checking in with the Coach Online office. Country Heat is going to be released on Wednesday, the challenge packs. And then on the 28th, that's when the deluxe kit and the base kit are going to become available. So I know that like if you can't be there, I know that there are ways to feel like you are there. So do everything that you can to get on that momentum train, because I'm telling you guys, like the momentum after something like this, like I didn't even go last year and I felt the momentum. So you want to be going in that direction with it. So do everything that you can to like prepare for that. The next thing, and this is kind of going along the lines of that, Tara Carr is going to do the National Wake Up Call tomorrow. And she is going to talk about that. She's going to talk about how to prepare for Summit and then how to prepare for post-Summit. Because I'm already like, whoa, like I'm going to go to this thing and my head's probably going to like possibly pop off my body. Like I don't want to come back and be like, what now? Right? Like we want to be prepared. We know that we're heading into like a big part of the quarter, and it's important in this business to stay ahead of the game and just be proactive. And with that being said, Super Saturday is going to be on August 6th. If you guys have never been to a Super Saturday, you need to get to a Super Saturday. When I went to one, I was just like, it made me want to keep going to more events. It gives you more of a feel for what this company is honestly about, and like what, just what everyone truly believes in. And it just makes you feel even more excited to be a coach. So do everything that you can to stay involved with Beachbody. Do everything that you can. I know that sometimes we're like, we're Beachbody coaches, but we're ourselves. But at the end of the day, guys, we work for a freaking awesome company. They give us this opportunity. So it's important to just really put yourself in all of it. Just go all in with all of the events. Just be a part of everything that you possibly can. Before I get going though, like, do we have any shout outs? Does anybody have any coaches that they want to shout out? Maybe somebody that isn't on the call, but they want to shout out. I want to personally say that everybody in the mentorship right now has been doing really awesome. I've really enjoyed reading your whys. I know that was just the most recent assignment, and some of them are truly giving me goosebumps. So I want you guys to know that everything that you're doing in that mentorship is not going unnoticed, and you're doing an awesome, awesome job. So great job, ladies. Anybody else have anything that they want to say? Like just anything. Could be anything. Maybe you had like something awesome happen this week that you feel proud of yourself for. That's important too. So anybody have any little wins that they want to share?
Yeah, I'll share. So I started the 21-Day Fix Extreme program this week, the 18th. So it's my first time finally committing to a program.
Yeah.
Since I'm finished with track, so it's exciting to like experience it on this side. So I'm excited about that.
Girl, you are an inspiration. I know I can speak for everyone. My heart and prayers were with you through all of that. So I think
you. Awesome. I appreciate it.
You're showing up. I mean, you're showing up and you're taking on another challenge. So that's really, really awesome. It's really inspiring.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? Okay. Well, I'm just going to I guess begin. I want to tell you guys a little bit about like my story though, because I feel like it's funny because I talked on a Misfit Legion call about almost a year ago. It was like in August. It was right when I became a coach. And I had been going through some like personal stuff. So Natalie wanted me to talk and wanted me to explain to everyone just kind of like how vital your mindset and your personal growth and your personal development and just belief really is in this business, because if your business is you, so everything depends on the way you're feeling. And it kind of just comes down to, if you feel like you're struggling, your business is going to be struggling. I started as a coach last April 28th was the day that I signed up as a coach, but May was like my first official month, I guess, as a coach. So August is when I spoke for the first time on a team call. And it's just crazy to me because today, as I was like writing all this stuff down and I was like thinking about what I was going to say, I was like, I can't believe a year ago I was about to talk on a call and I was scared to death. I literally had no idea really what I was going to say. I don't even think I prepared. I was just like, I'm just going to get on there and talk. I cried. I had so many personal and emotional things that I went through to get to where I am now. So it's just really, really crazy to me to be sitting here and to be talking to you guys. And for the topic that I'm talking about, I will explain. I literally, when I became a coach, literally said to Natalie, I'll never do a program 100%. Like, I just won't. That's not what I'm going to be about. It's just not what I believe in. And I'm just not going to do it. Right. So I just put that out there 100% when I started. But yeah, I became a coach in April of last year. May was kind of like the first month that I became a coach. But honest to God, guys, like this past year, I've seen so much growth. I mean, you really can't measure like what can happen in your business and in your life with just a year in this business. And when you think about a year and if you think about it, a year in a career, right? That's like nothing. You put 40 years into a career and it's like, well, what really changes in 1 year, right? But what is possible and what can change for you guys in just 1 year, because I'm literally sitting here and I can like feel that, is unbelievable. So that's why I'm saying, don't give up, be at Summit next year, be here next year. But I started coaching because I did the 21 Day Fix Extreme back in March and I saw results, but I was not 100%. I mean, I never did the cardio workout. I don't think once. I think I did it one time and I was like, I'm never doing that again. I was like finishing out my senior year of college, and I was just like, okay, I'm not going to work out on Fridays because I'm going to be going out every Thursday. So Fridays can just be like my rest day, right? I was like, whatever. And I stuck to the meal plan. I did well. But like I said, I wasn't 100%. I still was drinking. I was still eating. Like if I really, 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 really wanted something, I probably had it. But at the same time, I can't say that I didn't learn a whole new, like my whole life was changed just because I did take the time to learn the containers. And I did really, really, really want that to become a lifestyle for me. And I was really happy with my results. Like I can't sit here and say that like you don't see results if you're not 100%, because you do. Like honestly, you're gonna see results. This stuff is like, it's insane, But at the same time, I never in my life imagined what was possible from going all in. I shut that whole idea out. That was never going to be an option for me. To continue with kind of like getting started, we all know personal development is a big part of this business. And the first book that I read completely did the opposite to me. It threw me into like this, like I was like depressed and I had all this anxiety because reading this book made me realize all these things that I had no idea I had been completely just masking for quite some time. So it really brought a lot to the surface for me. And that's what I talked about last August. And so like the beginning of coaching for me it was a lot of working on myself. And I feel like, I don't know if you guys feel like this, but we're always on a fitness journey, but I was still working on that. I was still working on finding that place where I wasn't always fighting myself. So, I did the 21 Day Fix Extreme. I saw awesome results. And as soon as I sent the picture to Natalie, she was like, holy freaking cow. Holy freaking cow. I was like, I know. I know. Like, I didn't think it was going to happen. I finally had an after picture to put next to a before picture. So I was just like, it was like, what? So she posted my transformation, and I got insane feedback. And I had been thinking about coaching. Like, it was definitely in the back of my mind, but I was just always like, I don't think I could do that. It's probably not for me. And then just something came over me, guys, where I was like, if I don't do this, if I don't try to help people the way that I've been helped and the way that I feel right now, like, I am literally a bad person. Like, if I don't try to at least like inspire others with my own journey. So that's kind of how I started. And I did go through a lot of personal stuff in the beginning. And I want to let you guys know that it's important to want to do your personal development. It's important to want to grow yourself as a person, because I'm sitting here a year later and my business has grown. Yeah, it's grown for sure. But I have grown exponentially, like immensely, to a point where like it's hard for me to even explain. And that's why I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this program 100%. That was not even on the radar a year ago. And I've been consistent with my fitness. I've been consistent with eating. Like, you know what I mean? I've kept off 25 pounds, but at the same time, we can never, ever, ever get to a place where we're just settling and we're just like, okay with where we are. You don't ever want to feel like you're just right here, because you'll always be right there. So you always, always, always want to feel like you're challenging yourself. And that was my problem. I was just limiting myself. And I realized that I was doing that in more areas of my life than just health and fitness or just coaching. Like, doing this program like that 100% showed me that there are other areas in my life that I'm accepting half-assing. You know what I mean? That I was accepting less than my best. So yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to see where I'm at. Yeah. Okay. So these are kind of like the things that I would tell myself. I don't know if you guys have these like little sentences that like eat away in your mind, but I'm totally that person. So I always told Natalie, and she will back me up on this. Trust me, because she always wanted to strangle me. I was just like, Natalie, I am not going to be that perfect coach. Like, I said that. I did. I was like, I'm not going to be that perfect person who preaches being perfect with programs and trying to be perfect and all this stuff. Because to me, that's what I thought, right? I was just putting that down. I was putting that down, and I was putting it down because I was insecure with myself, because I didn't think that I could ever do it. And it's not about being perfect. I mean, because perfect doesn't exist. So like, it's not about being perfect. You know what I mean? Like, did I miss a container one day? I'm sure I did. But this program, doing that, going all in, there were other things that I was seeking out of it. I did not have like, I need to lose this many inches. I did not have a dress that I wanted to fit into. I was happy with my body. Like, I know that I felt good from the results that I'd seen. But I also knew that, like, why can't I feel even better? Like, why am I saying to myself, you can never have a body like that? Or it's not okay to want to have a body like that. And to me, that's that fear of success. Like, I think sometimes we fear actually kicking ass just as much as we fear failing. Because it's like, all right, so I made it. I'm up here. Like, I'm up here. I'm feeling good. Now what? Well, I don't want to fall back down, right? So that was always me. I was like, well, if I commit to a program 100%, like, I'm going to love my results. And then what if I don't stick to it 100% after that? Like, I don't want to like fall back into my old habits, and I don't want to gain the weight back, and I don't want to feel shitty about myself. But like, guys, that's just literally all that's all insecurities, because it doesn't have to be about that. It doesn't have to be about what you see in the mirror. It just has to be about taking on a challenge and doing something that you literally never thought you would do in your entire life. So I would be like, I'm too much of a balanced person. I preach balance. Like, I love telling people that I go out and have drinks on the weekend. Like, I'm okay with that, right? That's not going to not, I love going out, having a drink, enjoying my friends, or digging my teeth into a really, really fattening cheesesteak. Like, that is just something that is never going to change about me. There's just no way that will ever change. But, like, just because you commit to a program doesn't mean you can't have a life. And I'll get to that. I was always like, I don't need abs. Like, I don't need abs to be happy. Like, I'm fine. Like, I don't need to have abs to be happy. Right. Which honestly, guys, like that's just all bullshit. It's just bullshit. Like, any story that you're telling yourself like that is just holding you back. Because I did the same thing to myself a year ago. I put myself down every single day. I told myself I don't need to be happy. Like, I don't need for that dress to fit me, because I'm going to go out and I'm still going to be cool, and I'm still going to drink my beers with my people, and I'm still going to, eat pizza and be fun and be this happy girl that everybody loves. Right? I'm still telling myself those crap stories. Same thing with like, I just literally was like, I don't need to feel like that because I'm okay. And that was me just telling myself bullshit, right? It was never helping me in any way. And here I am a year later, and I was doing the same thing. I was just limiting myself. I was telling myself something because I wanted to hear it, because I needed to have a reason for not doing something. And that is not anything you guys want to do. Because the first day was really hard. I decided to do this like literally within like 24 hours, because I had already been doing 1 week of it, and I was like, I'm done, I'm stopping, I'm starting over. I decided to do it within like 2 days. So it was kind of one of those things where I didn't really have time to like sit around and be like, oh crap. It was like, it's going to happen. So the first day it was like hitting me hard. I had just started at this new job, bartending. I had just started in this town where I just moved here. I don't know anyone. So all these people that I'm meeting at this job for the first time are all new people to me. And the first day of the program, we are at a kickball tournament. There's like 15 people around me on our team. Some of these people I've never met before in my entire life. They're chugging beers. They're like talking about how hungover they are. People were going out afterward to celebrate. And I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I didn't have one drink, right, when we were at the ball field. And I go out afterward and I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this thing for the next 21 days. I can't drink. It's this fitness program. And that was me the first day. I was all like, yeah, it's the first day, so I can't have any alcohol for 21 days. Like, totally like pissed off about it, right? And I get home and I'm like texting Natalie, and I said something, and she was just like, she totally like smacked me in the face. She was basically like, literally, you were just, it's day one and you're complaining, and you could be looking at this like, holy cow, for the first time in my life, I was in a social situation where everyone around me was drinking and I stayed sober. And I'll totally tell you, Gracie, I'm totally going to get to that, because for a long time, guys, and that's a lot, anxiety is a really big part of my journey and my story. And, I don't know if you guys have ever read one of my posts, but a lot of my drinking in college and came from social anxiety. And I didn't even know I had it because I never let myself even get there, right? A lot of my insecurities were masked with that. And now I have found, like, I don't feel like that. I do it to have fun. And it's something that's fun for me. But it's something that is social. So when I was around these people, I was like, this is weird. Like, I don't know how to act. Like, all these people are drunk. And I'm over here like, yeah, I'm on a fitness program. And they're probably like, who is this bitch? Like, coming up in here, like, who is she? Right? Because they didn't have any idea who I was. And so Natalie basically is like, listen, you have two options here. You could be miserable for the next 21 days, or you can look at this like, this is something I've never done before. I am going to not, if I commit to this, it's not like I'm going to feel like shit at the end of it, right? I mean, let's be honest. It's not like we don't see results, guys. And I was like, okay. And I'm telling you, and you might think I'm crazy, because I used to think people who said that, oh, you know, going 100% on a program is not that hard, and it's just a decision, and it's not as hard as everybody thinks. I used to be like, yeah, right. Okay, cool. Right. Like, yeah, says no one ever. You know, it's like one of those memes where it's like, I love cardio, said no one ever, right? I'm like, I never believed those people. But honestly, after that first, even after that conversation, it was Monday afternoon, it was like 4:00. And when I changed the way I was thinking about this, it was easy. It really was easy. I'm telling you right now, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I just got goosebumps, but it was freaking easy. It was easy. The next 21 days, it was like, yeah, I was around alcohol. I was around, it was, you know, I had to get my workout in at 9:30 one night after like a, 8-hour day. And I had people, it was the 4th of July. I just got enough work. I was doing my workout and I had my friends out at the pool waiting on me. But I was like, guys, I'm doing my workout. Like, you're just going to have to wait. And to get to what Gracie said, this was the biggest lesson that I learned from all of this. And this is, if there's one thing that inspires you guys to do something like this, it is, I want it to be this, because this is what changed my whole entire, like, I remember telling Natalie, like, Natalie, I just can't fathom how different I feel and how different my outlook on things is, and like how much more I want to give as a coach. And I will get to that, kind of like the business side of it. But I learned that this was important to me, right? This was important to me. This was a goal of mine. I wanted to go 21 days and not drink one drink, because that was always my Everest. I was like, I could probably do this meal plan 100%. There's no way I'll ever be able to go 21 days and not have a drink. There's no way that I'll get every single workout in and not switch them around. I probably won't, I just never even thought of it being possible. So this was important to me. This was extremely important to me. And I didn't know these people. They don't know me. They don't know that I've been a coach. They don't know what online health and fitness coaching is, right? But because I showed them how important it was to me, because I did not give in to feel like I needed to fit in, and because I confidently, after that first day, every other day after that, when someone asked me about it, you bet your ass I was excited. I was telling them how much I was kicking ass, and they were like, good for you. That is awesome. And there was not one person that, honest to God, that I could honestly say was giving me a bunch of crap. Nobody made me feel like I was lame. And these are all new people, right? Like, so I'm just, I'm like, I don't know. They're probably going to judge me, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, we're afraid of that all the time. I mean, I feel judged by my own family sometimes, right? But because I respected myself, they respected me in return. And that is the biggest thing that I took from doing this for the 21 days. I made some friends. My life changed personally. I mean, literally all in that amount of time. But it showed me how important it is to respect yourself, and to respect your goals, and to respect the things that you want, and to respect the things that you want to go after, and to be okay with the fact that you want to have abs, and that you want to feel freaking hot as can be, and that you want to be able to say that you did that. That is okay. Like, it is all right. You don't owe anyone anything. Nothing. The only thing that matters is what's important to you. And as a coach, the best thing that we can do is do that. We're showing people how to do that. We can't preach to them and tell them to do it. We got to show them. We got to show them how to respect yourself and how to go after things that are really hard. Because when I first started, who did I look up to? Natalie Bailey, right? I mean, and did she commit to a program 100%? Absolutely. Did I ever think I was going to do that? Nope. But did she ever give up on me? No. So respect what you want. Respect yourself enough to go after it. Don't think that it's cool to give in. Don't think that it's cool to do what other people would expect from you. And don't think that it's cool to, give up on what you want because other people don't agree with it. Because more likely than not, the stronger you are with what you believe in, the more people are just going to believe in you. So it's not about seeking it because you need someone to believe in you. It's about showing them that you're believing in yourself, and that, like, if you're believing in yourself, then they can believe in themselves too. So socially, it just blew my mind. I was like, I went to Justin Bieber sober and had an awesome time. Awesome time. Guys, you can still have a life if you commit to a program 100%. Because I was like, that was always my thing. I was like, well, if I commit to a program 100%, I'm probably just going to have to hibernate for 21 days because I'm not going to be able to go out to eat. I'm not going to be able to, like, go out with my friends, whatever. Honestly, I went out, like, almost every weekend. I was like, yeah, I'll drive you guys around. Let's do it. I was like, I'm not going to waste this body. I'm not going to be sitting inside when I feel the best I've ever felt. And, like, whatever. That was my mindset. Because I was feeling good. I was like, why would I need to be out celebrating what I'm doing. And it's fine. Like, you can go out and just hang out with people and, like, just do, like, just say what you're doing. Just say what's up. That's it. That's all it takes. Just be like, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm hanging out, whatever. I went to Justin Bieber. It was freaking awesome. You can still have a life. I went out to eat. So if I was going out to eat, like, I would save my greens mostly because it's really hard to get a yellow at a restaurant. They're not really going to be able to always accommodate. And it's really hard to get sometimes like fruit. Like, you can't really go to, like, what restaurants are going to serve you fruit. So I would always, if I knew I wanted to go out to eat that night, I'd be like, all right, I'm going to save my greens. And I would literally save all 3 of them and then get, just like an entree salad. So you can work around it. It doesn't have to be like you're in jail because you're committed to a program 100%. Because that's what I thought, like, straight up. I was like, well, I don't want to, like, go 3 weeks and not have a life. But I think I had the best 3 weeks of my life. Like, honestly. And that's kind of what the next part of this is like, never have I ever wanted to do something like that again. Like, I was just like, I want to go back and relive those 3 weeks. At the end of it, I thought I was going to be like, oh my God, thank God this is over. Like, I've been dying. And there was a part of me that was like, yeah, I can't wait to have a cold beer with my dinner. Like, I was excited to sit down and have a drink. And I was excited, to be able to go out and partake in the activities here and there. But there was nothing like the journey of that. Because every single day, I learned something different. Every single day, I was challenged in a new way. Every single day, I had content to share because I was on a journey like no other before. Like, I was learning something new about myself every single day because every day I got challenged. So, guys, I was struggling before that. Like, I could not get in a routine. I could not, like, get back to, like, why did I do this in the first place? And I did this. I became a coach because I wanted to help other people feel as good as I feel. And after those 21 days, it changed the way that I see it for other people too. Because I had never gone 100%, I didn't know what was possible. And I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think it was, right? So that means that I'm not seeing that for my challengers. That I'm completely, ruling that out for them too. And I'm doing them a disservice in that. So it's not just about showing yourself what's possible. It's about you showing other people what's possible and showing them that it's not that bad. Like, guys, we're all just humans, you know? And it's like, yeah, I want 100% in a program. Am I 100% right now? No. But it's cool because I know that I can do that again. Like, I know that I can rock out and that I'm probably going to enjoy every single second of it. Because I did. Like, every day I saw my body changing. I felt my mind feeling stronger. And like I said, in every aspect of my life, I felt this new sense of respect. And that's just because I was respecting myself like I never had before. So I think that's kind of what it comes down to. I don't know if committing to a program 100% is what you need right now. Maybe it is, because a lot of times we don't really know what we need. Like, honestly, like a lot of times I think I need a McFlurry from McDonald's, but really I don't. You know, I just need to like go home and maybe eat some like granola with like almond milk. But straight up, like if we convince ourselves of one thing, we're always going to believe ourselves. I mean, like at the end of the day, you're going to believe yourself. Whatever you're telling yourself, you're the one person that you're not going to be like, you're lying. You're going to be like, yeah. So whatever you say is what you believe. So you have to listen to the things that you're telling yourself. Because those 3 things that I shared with you guys earlier, those are literally things that I not only said to myself over and over again, but I said to Natalie over and over again. And it was the same way a year ago before I even started on this fitness journey. So never feel like you need to slow down, that you need to stop, that you've reached the highest peak, because you haven't. And I'm not saying don't be happy with where you are, because truthfully, you really can't keep going if you aren't happy where you are. And that's something I learned too. I was grateful for every single day. It was never about the end result. I mean, I was really excited about what I was about to see when I saw that before and after. And I was really happy with how I felt in my skin, just because I never thought I would. I just never thought I would. I never thought I would get back there. You know, I never really thought, because I never thought I would commit 100%. So I was always just like, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I'm good. You know, I'm happy. I'm good. But you don't want to live like, you literally want to feel on fire. Like that is how you should want to feel. And with my business, I had something to share every single day. And I had this newfound gratitude for what was possible with health and fitness. Because if you guys think about it, there's really not a lot in our lives that we can, it's like you get out what you put in. You are in control of it. You are in control of it. You get out what you put in. When you see results, it's like that confidence builder that I did that. And that's what this was about for me. I wanted to be able to say I did that. And that was that simple. And I kept that in the back of my mind every day. I honestly did not ever want to quit, except for that first day when I was all in my head and I was all like, this is going to suck and it's going to be really hard. And I was just preaching negativity. And I'm not saying I woke up every day going, Mackenzie, this is so awesome. You're doing so great. Like, I wasn't waking up every day like, you know, always like super excited. There were hard times. Like, it wasn't fun to do PlyoFix Extreme at 9:30 at night on 4th of July. But I was also like, you know what? I'm going to look back at this 4th of July forever and be like, I got my workout in. I had a cookout and I stuck to my meal plan. I hung out with friends and I didn't want to drink. And you know what the coolest part was? Those friends went to the store to get the groceries. They got me fruit. They got me vegetables. They got me sparkling grapefruit water. And they made sure that I was accommodated because they knew how freaking important to me that was. Right? And like that to me was like, I was like, that's pretty cool. I don't know these people well, and they have no reason to, be so generous in that fact. But I realized, I was like, that's because that's what I am showing them. And that's what was the biggest eye-opening thing for me. Same thing, and like even in my personal life, and guys, trust me, every part of you matters in this business, in your life, every piece. Just your health and fitness isn't everything in this. Because if there is something else that is holding you back or that you feel insecure about, emotionally, that can also really, really hinder your mindset. And I never talk about this, and I never have really shared about this on my social media, but I was emotionally holding on to something from my past that was really just not healthy for me, and it was holding me down it was a past person and past relationship, and it was holding me down. And I caught myself, and now I see it so clearly, but I caught myself always just telling myself the same BS about it. Right. And you know what? I finally was like, I'm done with that. I'm over that. I'm done, because I don't deserve that. And I might not have had that wake up call had I not started to show myself that love in another area and show myself that respect with my health and fitness. And that is how impactful our health and fitness can be. And I don't want to keep saying health and fitness, but like that is what it can impact our entire lives when we're challenging ourselves in that area. So don't think that it's just that one little category. Every piece of your life comes into this business because it's your life and you are your business. So challenge yourself, guys, and start to really, really show yourself that sense of respect, because you're going to get it back and you're going to feel it for yourself, and you're not going to accept crap in your life, and you're going to live happier, and your business is going to move forward. So as far as my business goes, like I said, being on a journey like that, I had something to share every single day. I was growing, I was changing, I was feeling myself. And I had something to share with people every single day. And June was hard. Like that month was something else. I mean, like I said, like I was struggling before I did this. I was at -2 Success Club points. I had a $10 paycheck. I had just started a new job, and I was just totally like not with it. I was just all over the place. I was having anxiety. I was feeling, I was not feeling good. I just was not feeling good. And that just all changed. Because as soon as I started to realize again how freaking awesome these programs are, how freaking awesome I felt, it was like, I was like, it's like when you talk about it, it's different. When you're in your conversations, we come across with a different energy when we're right there with those people, right? When we're not convincing them. I never felt like I was convincing them. I literally was just like, here's what's possible, here's what I've done, and here's what you can do. And it was like that simple. And that's why being on your own journey is so important, because you can't ever stop in any aspect. If you stop, your business will stop. So committing like that just turned that around for me. It made me more excited to share it. It made me more passionate about doing everything that I could to help these people see the same results that I was. Gracie, are you getting more positive feedback from the people that you were reaching out to? Yeah, definitely. And guys, like a lot of these people necessarily weren't people I was reaching out to. Some of them were reaching out to me. And that's because that I was not holding back when it came to sharing on social media. For the first time, I went live on day one. I've never gone live on Facebook. I always wanted to go live on Facebook, but I was too scared. So day one of this program, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I got I was like floored with the feedback from it. Floored. Okay. A week and a half later, I'm like sitting at Natalie's. I was house sitting. And I was like, you know what? I don't sing enough. I was like, I have this gift. I have this blessing, right? And I don't share it. I have this platform. I have this following. These people, thank you, Chelsea. These people are following my journey, and I'm holding this piece of me from them. So I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And I was like, where does that even come from, right? I'm like, where did I even fathom in my mind to do that? But it honestly came from the fact that I was like, it was that decision to do this program 100% that yielded all those other crazy decisions that made me be like, I'm going to post a video on Facebook today singing the national anthem. And in case you guys didn't know, I've messed up the national anthem before in front of like 1,000 people. And it was like the scariest and most terrifying and most gut-wrenching thing I've ever I wouldn't say the worst thing I've ever been through, but it was pretty scary. All right. I stopped and started over. So that was kind of like I had like a little bit of a negative, whatnot with it. But at the same time, I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to crush this. And that's like what I gained from understanding that I was already a week and a half into that program and I was crushing that shit. Right? So that's where challenging yourself and trying new things and doing stuff that scares you and overcoming fears, that is why it is so, so important. Yeah, Jess, confidence. It comes down to confidence. I mean, singing a video and posting that on social media had absolutely nothing to do with my fitness journey. Going live, sometimes it has nothing to do with your fitness journey, and it doesn't always have to. But just because I did that, those areas in my life changed too, and I overcame other fears. And when it comes to your business, you will always be overcoming fears if you want to grow a business. Like I said, a year ago, I was terrified to talk on this call. Am I not terrified right now? When I first started, I was a little nervous. Yeah. Am I talking about the same things? Yeah, I'm still talking about mindset. Is my mindset 100% different than it was a year ago? Yeah. In every way, shape, and form. So understand that you have to keep challenging yourself in this business. And if that's not something you're cool with, then, honestly, like, I'm not saying quit, but I'm just saying, like, that's something you need to change. You need to figure out why you're afraid to challenge. You need to figure out why you're afraid of succeeding. You need to figure out why you're afraid of failing. Because that's the kind of stuff that's the kind of stuff to address. Because once you put all that behind you, you are going forward no matter what. So, yeah. Basically, you're in the driver's seat. Always. Like, don't ever forget that. When it comes to your mindset, like what you're thinking, your most current thought is what you're becoming. So what do you think? Like, what is your your thoughts are like your habits. It's what you are. So if you're constantly thinking in a way where you feel like you couldn't do something, or you feel like that's just not in the cards for you. Why isn't it in the cards for you? Because I'm telling you guys, I told myself that for a year. A year. I was in this health and fitness industry, and I did not do it for a year. And it's because for a year, I was settling. I was like, I'm good. Like, I've seen results. Like, I'm happy. Like, my weight is off. Like, I feel good. I don't need that. I don't need that. Whatever. But the fact is that I did need it more than I had any idea, because it showed me what is possible when you step out that far outside of your comfort zone and you just want to prove yourself wrong sometimes. That's what it was. Like, I was like, I want to prove this. I want to prove myself wrong, and I want to prove other people wrong. There were, I was shocked in a sense, but at the same time, I wasn't. Like I said, it wasn't hard. The workouts, yeah, so they really, the ones that I noticed got easier were lower got easier. Well, I guess they didn't really get easier, but you do notice your sense of strength. Like, I noticed how much stronger I was getting, and I was like blown away by it, because I was really trying to up my weights, and I was really trying to like do it to where I was seeing a transformation. And it wasn't like, all right, well, I'm just going to just going to do these bicep curls. I'm going to go do some lunges. It was like, I am going to, every day when I did those workouts, I was like, I want to push myself today. So, and that's another thing too. It's like, I wasn't going to waste it. I wasn't about to be like in this thing for real and just half-assing it. Right? So don't sell yourself short. Don't ever, ever, ever sell yourself short. You can literally do anything that you want to do with your life. Anything that you want for who you are. But the most important thing that has to follow that is you believing that you can. And that's probably, and it's not like that has to happen overnight. I didn't necessarily, I wasn't as on board day one as I was on day 21. But it was that the 21 days as a whole meant so much more to me than waking up on day 22 that morning of like that Monday morning, the exact mark 3 weeks later for my before pictures, and taking those pictures, or the weight that I had lost, or the inches that I had lost. Like, yeah, I felt really good. Like, I can't sugarcoat that. And I still do. But at the same time, it wasn't like I felt, like, oh my God, thank God. I was just, because the journey, like the 21 days was what was the true gift. That was where all the magic happened. That's where all the magic happened. And that's why being on a journey is important. And I got to be honest, when we're just going through the motions, that's not a journey. You're not going anywhere. When you're just going through the motions and you're just there because you feel like you have to, that's not necessarily a journey, in my opinion, because you're not really going anywhere. You're just floating along. So keep something in front of you that you want to go after. And I'm not saying don't enjoy that moment that you're in, but always, always push yourself, because you're going to enjoy the moments that you're in so much more. I learned so much about myself, and it kind of brings me to tears a little bit, because I'm like, what the heck, Mackenzie? You could have done that a year ago, right? And maybe I wasn't supposed to. Maybe that's not what was supposed to happen. Maybe that needed to happen now, when I moved to this new place, and I was terrified, and I really had to be tested, and I really had to show myself respect, and respect my goals, and respect what I wanted, and respect my business. And maybe that's what I needed to learn. And because I've learned that, every other area of my life is different. So thank you all. Thank you all, seriously. And that's another thing that I wanted to say, and I didn't really say it when I started, but truthfully, I couldn't have done it without you guys. I couldn't have done it without the test group, but I couldn't have done it without you guys. I knew every day that you guys were watching me, and that you guys were behind me, and that test group was behind me. And that pushed me. It really did. Because I wanted to do it because I knew that I was once somebody who maybe thought I can't do that. You know, like maybe because I was once someone who thought that's not possible for me, or I can't do that. That's just not something I'll ever achieve. And the thing is like, it can be, you can do whatever you want. Like literally you can be and do whatever you want with your life. You just have to, you know, really stick to your guns and remember why you're doing it. And that's the last thing that's what I'll close with. Why you do something is the absolute most important thing that there is. And I know we talk about that in our businesses. I know we talk about that all the time, but we talk about it for a reason. If I didn't have a reason to do this, I would never have succeeded. If I just woke up and like was like, oh, okay, I think I'll just commit 100% today. Sounds fun. Sounds like fun. Everybody else is doing it. I guess I should too. That's not why you have to have your own reason. And I remembered that reason every single day. Every day. Because I'm Miss Quitter, right? I was always Miss Quitter. I started these programs. I was like Natalie's second customer when she first started coaching. But I didn't sign up with her till like a year later and actually stick with it. I did 1 week of the 21 Day Fix and was like, I'm good. I was always so inconsistent. And I just wanted to show myself that I could literally do it start to finish and not give up. So figure out why you want to do something. Think about it every single day. And then take action towards doing it. Be excited about the fact that you get to be on a journey. That we are human beings and we get to grow. And we get to feel. And we get to achieve things. Like go after things and achieve them. We live in a world that we get to be our own individuals. And we get to love ourselves. Like we get to love ourselves, and in return show love toward others. Because I know the world right now is a scary and sad place. And sometimes I'm even like, you know what? Does my health and fitness business matter today? Like I've thought that. Like I'm like, do I need to really show up on Facebook and talk about my workout? Like, is that important? But it is. Because when we stop being there for ourselves and when we stop showing ourselves love and living our best lives, that's when hate wins. So it starts with you. It starts with you. It starts with you loving yourself and showing other people that you can love yourself and that you can show others that love in return. So, yeah, that's about it. Do you guys have any questions? Sorry if I was like rambling. Sometimes I think I honestly, all said and done, I'll be honest, I stuck to my notes. Maybe a little out of order, but for the most part, yeah. So do you guys have any questions or anything or want to say anything or? Yeah, no, thank you guys. Like for real, like I can't even tell you, you guys pumped me up so much in the team today. I was like, oh my gosh, these people are so excited. And I was like, I'm excited. Like my heart is like racing, you know? So thank you. Like seriously, having that behind you is so important. So appreciate it. If you guys don't have anything else, I know I kept you on here an hour. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I know it's kind of late. So thanks for listening. Thanks for being there, guys. And thanks for being that driving force. Go out there and get what you want. It's that simple. All right, ladies. I will talk to you later. Thanks so much. Have a great night. Bye.